When we halted for the night, it was only by threatening the man with severe punishment upon my return to Illich that I could bring him to rub his horses dry and properly feed and water them. I stood over him until the task was done, for I knew that no such horses could be had for love or money in this country, and if they were to go lame from standing with wet coats in the chill night air, it might mean a week's delay. I threw myself on the hard mattress, which the tavern keeper insisted was the best bed in the house. But scarcely had I closed my eyes when I was roused by boisterous shouting in the next room. Ivan was drinking and quarrelling with the villagers. I strode into the room, arrows of indignation shooting from my eyes, with the faithful Bulger close at my heels.
Hey, look at the Mazunchik, how smart he looks, he frightens me. See his eyes, how they shine in the dark. Look at the little demon on 4 legs beside him. Save me, brothers, save me. He will throw me down into the giant's well. Marianka will never see me again, never. Save me, brothers.
Peace, fellow. How darest thou exercise thy dull wit on thy master? Get thee to bed at once, or I'll have thee whipped by the village constable for thy drunkenness. Ivan clambered onto the top of the bake oven, stretched himself upon a sheepskin and grumbled. Turning to the tavern keeper, I forbade him under any pretext to give my servant any more liquor.
Your Excellency. The fools never know when they have had enough. It matters not what the tavern keeper may say to them. They tell us not to spoil our own trade. They don't know when to stop. They have throats as deep as the giant's well.
The giant's well? The giant's well, I murmured to myself as I laid down upon a bag of hay, the best bed one could afford in such a place. It was strange how those words seemed to be in every peasant's mouth. But exhaustion overtook me, and with my usual good night to the elder baron and my gracious mother, I drifted into sweet forgetfulness. By daybreak, Ivan had sobered, but he went about harnessing the horses with such an ill grace that I had to reprimand him several times. He was like a vicious but cowardly animal that quails before a steady gaze, but watches for the opportunity to strike. I warned Bulger to watch him carefully, and then the moment arrived. We'd scarcely pulled out into the highway when a low growl from Bulger snapped me out of my deep thoughts. He raised his speaking eyes to me with a desperate whine. I looked up. Ivan was deliberately trying to overturn the tarantass.
Little Baron, we stop here. You leave here.
Wretch, I see very plainly what thou hast in mind, but I warn thee, if thou makest another attempt to overturn this wagon, I shall slay thee where thou sittest. For only answer, Ivan struck a vicious backhand blow with his whipstock, catching me in the temple. The world swam before my eyes, and I fell.
Die, little Baron.
Ivan swung again, preparing to finish me off, but Bulger leapt like a stone from a catapult, striking his teeth deep into Ivan's throat. Ivan roared in agony, trying to shake him off. I forced myself to move, grasping my Spanish pistol and firing. A well-aimed shot struck Ivan's forearm, shattering the bone. He collapsed, and Bulger leapt away as he tumbled to the ground. The horses reared, the wagon shook, and the world faded to black. When I awoke, I was thrown over the side, gravel pricking my cheek. The wagon was galloping at full speed, but there on the driver's seat was Bulger. He had the reins in his teeth, steering the horses like a masterful driver. As I sat up, everything became clear. The moment Ivan fell, Bulger had seized control, holding the reins taut and driving us to safety. Peasants along the road rushed forward, bringing the wagon to a halt.
St. Nicholas, save us. If I should live long enough to fill the giant's well with pebbles, I would never expect to see the like of this again.
I embraced Bulger, overwhelmed by his loyalty and bravery, but as I staggered into the peasant's cottage, those words whispered through my mind once more. The giant's well, the giant's well. What is this place? And who drinks the water that is drawn from it?